My name is Hillary Nzau James. I work at Kenya Bureau of Standards, Lake Region. I am a senior laboratory technician. I was employed in May 2009 as a lab attendant. As a young man, came to KEBS. Then after coming to KEBS, after my induction, I was posted to Lake Region as a lab attendant. So I came to Lake Region in 1st June 2009. A typical day in KEBS is very interesting as a sample control officer because you get to know the parameters that are tested. Having the knowledge from the labs, I know these are the parameters to be tested here, these are parameters to be tested elsewhere. Because normally in a typical day, I'll receive samples from a walk-in customer. A customer walks in, he wants some parameters to be tested. So I have interest, why do you want these parameters to be tested? And what do you want to know from these parameters? So I get to interact with the customers. Another one is we have research samples that come to our office that are going to the research and development lab from institutions around here, like Maseno University. They bring samples here. Then we take for research and development. We have standard samples. These are samples that are brought for standard development when they want to develop a standard. We have the samples are collected around here. Then we send to Nairobi for analysis to develop a certain standard. We have also from market surveillance. They do surveillance around Kisumu, then they bring samples here. Then we have quality control samples, which are brought for certification of the product. So we normally submit the samples to Nairobi. And we also have our accredited labs up here. So we give some to the labs. So the sample, the parameters that are not be able to be done in our labs, we normally subcontract to our sister labs in Nairobi and Mombasa and also in Eldoret. Sample control, this is it acts as a link between the lab and the customer. So I'm the go-between the customer and the lab. So any sample that is coming, I have to make sure that the integrity of that sample is maintained in order for the outcome of the results to be perfect. At Sample Control Center, your sample will be received and you will be given guidance on how that sample will be tested and how long it will take to test a certain sample before you get the final results. So normally the results are normally issued. We can issue the results physically by printing you the test report after testing, or we can send you the results via mail after payment is made. The experience that turns to me, I can remember of today, is when I was employed and I was attached to Lake Region lab, that is the chemistry lab. The officers who are employed as analysts, they used to use some foil-like plates to do moisture. Anytime you want to pick that sample in a foil-like dish, then you get burnt on your hand. So we had marks. You could see somebody with a black mark on the both hands. That one you knew this guy works in the lab, to be specific chemistry lab. But now things have changed because we have now modern equipment. It has some shelves where you can put the sample, even to the far end, without even using the togs. Makes me proud to be KEBS. Is one thing that KEBS is a good employer, because from where I started small, and I can see myself growing. Since I started, is not the way I am today. My name is Hillary Nzau James, and I'm proudly KEBS.